Hello, I'm iamYannC with your R Weekly Highlights and more from issue 2020-38, released on September 20th, 2020. This week's issue was curated by John Calder with help from the R Weekly team members and contributors. Visualization has long been one of the biggest strengths of the R language, and the ggplot2 package in particular has been a driving force in almost any type of plot imaginable. It is hard to believe that ggplot2 had its first release on CRAN 13 years ago. In the early history of the package, it was not a trivial task to create customized geometries or derive statistical calculations without truly getting underneath the complexities of the package's environment. That all changed in version 2 of the package when an official extension mechanism built upon its own object-oriented system became available. A multitude of new packages from the community have successfully harnessed the extension API to offer unique visualizations, one of those packages being the ggforce package by Thomas Lynn Peterson. ggforce offers a wide variety of such custom visualizations, and PhD candidate Mohammed El Fodil Ehataden has shared some of the capabilities he found most useful in a recent post on his blog, complete with the example code and images of the result. In particular, he shares some of the novel faceting functions to organize subplots, as well as highlighting a group of data points with the geom_mark family of functions. He acknowledges that this is not an exhaustive list of the different functions that ggforce enables a user to take advantage of, but it is certainly a great introduction on some quick wins you might have to spruce up your ggplot2 plots a little bit. So, as one famous fictional character might have said, may the ggforce be with you. Chances are you have heard advice regarding the importance of first impressions, and that can be especially true in educating those who are new to data science and especially programming in statistics and data science. Are there ways educators can take advantage of how other fields in science communicate visually? For our second highlight for today, in a thought-provoking interview on the DataQuest blog, Dr. Allison Horst, assistant teaching professor at UC Santa Barbara, shared her outside-the-box approach in a candid interview that illuminates how her love for art brought new life to her classroom lectures. She also shares a story of how her adorable fuzzy characters made their way to the art community after the classroom and eventually landed her an artist-in-residence position at RStudio. Allison shares great advice throughout the interview, including how the R community is ready to help aspiring new R users and the value of sharing your work with others even if it's not fully polished. And if you are curious, yes, of course, there are plenty of the cute characters sharing their Tidyverse adventures throughout this post. But it is especially great to see what goes on behind the pictures and the awesome work and thought that Allison has put in to making her teaching materials and her contributions to the R community more accessible, especially for those that are new to the world of statistical programming. Many in the software development community have adopted the open source Visual Studio Code IDE by Microsoft as an integral tool in their virtual toolbox for a myriad of reasons, including the extension system to bring new features for specific languages. Throughout this year, support for R programming in VS Code has seen massive improvements thanks to projects like the Language Server R package and the VS Code R extension. Koen Ren, author of the Language Server package, has shared an update on the progress of debugging support in his latest blog post for our third highlight today. While the debugging extension and associated backend package authored by Manuel Hunschel are still considered experimental, the packages take advantage of the official VS Code Debugger API to facilitate visual debugging features like setting breakpoints and inspecting the R environment for variables and call stacks when the debugger is invoked, either by error or by hitting a breakpoint. Users are encouraged to submit their feedback or bug reports to the VS Code R debugger GitHub repository linked in the blog post as the developer continues making refinements. Earlier posts on Kuhn's blog detail additional features of the VS Code R extension, such as interacting with multiple R sessions and implementing new graphics devices. Those are your R Weekly highlights for today. Visiting rweekly.org will reveal another jam-packed issue with helpful resources covering colors and R Markdown documents, a rigorous analysis of how wardrobe choices impact World Cup success, and much more. If you're enjoying hearing this podcast to start your week of R adventures, don't hesitate to share this episode on your favorite social media account or tell a friend. We'd greatly appreciate it. Have a great week, and we will be back with another batch of our weekly highlights next week.